Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I just want to do a discussion video today, something that I haven't talked about on my channel, and to be honest, I've been avoiding it just because I don't want to go through no legal problems with my sororities. But I figured I would do this video anyways just because it's something that I haven't talked about, and even though I would like to stay clear of it, I do want to have an open discussion about it on my channel, and that is the discussion of being paper versus being made. Now, for those of you who haven't watched any other videos regarding this topic, paper is people who do not go through a pledging process. They just sit in the classroom and fill out paperwork. People who are made are considered people who go through a pledging process. Now, the reason why I don't use the terms pledge or paper or made, I do say pledge sometimes because I talk about NPC organizations, they still pledge, but with D9 organizations, with Divine 9 Greek Life, if you're made, you're someone who went through a pledge process, and the pledging process is typically, or it is, hazing. So people who say that they are made are typically people who say the words like I've been online, I was made, I pledged this certain organization. And the reason why I stay clear of it is because, like I said, pledging is associated with hazing. So my organization, as well as other organizations, work really hard to not perpetuate this idea or to support this idea of pledging, because we don't want it to be associated with hazing. Hazing is illegal. It's something that every organization does not recommend, but it is something that chapters of these organizations still do. And if they're doing it without it being sanctioned by their organizations. So for me, I like to steer clear of these terms because, like, I don't want my organization to think that the things that I'm talking about relates to pledging or relates to hazing. So I typically don't use the word pledge. Words that I would typically use would be initiating, induction, going through a process, or I'll just simply say intake. I don't like to use the word pledging because I don't want to get in trouble. So you have some people out here who still use the word pledging because for their organization, it is a term that they still use, but it doesn't necessarily mean hazing. And some organizations will frown upon it. They don't recommend using the word pledging just because they don't want it to be associated with hazing. So for all of you, I'm just going to put it out there. Hazing is illegal. Hazing is bad. Hazing is something that you do not want to do just to say that you earned your letters. That's another thing that people will say. People will say, I earned my letters. For me, personally, I think that you can earn your letters without pledging. Anyone can pledge an organization. Anyone can say that they went through a process of hazing and will, after they get their letters, will not do anything for their chapter or do anything for their organization. So my personal opinion on hazing, or paper for that matter, is, to me, it doesn't matter. For me, you earn your letters through doing work for your organization. So it doesn't matter to me if you pledged for however many days. It doesn't matter to me if you were online for how many days. That doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is, did you go to that event that we had on Saturday? Did you participate in those 20 hours of community service that's required for your chapter? That, to me, is how you earn your letters. People who say that they are earning their letters through hazing or earning their letters through pledging, it doesn't really mean anything to me, because I feel like if you really want to do something for your organization, then you will do actual work. You do not learn about your organization through hazing. You learn about your organization through the actual sanction process that your organization created for you. You learn about your chapter through teamwork activities that were sanctioned by your organization. It is not worth your life to do hazing. It is not worth your time to be up all night learning stuff outside in the rain or whatever they have you do. It's not worth your life to do those things. I think that it is worth your time to study with your constituents, or study with other people who you're joining with. It is more worth your time to spend time together to study than to be outside doing something crazy like that. That doesn't make any sense to me. It makes more sense to me to be self-driven. Like, you can, outside of your events together that's required by the organization, you guys can get together on your own and learn this stuff. You guys do not need anyone standing over you, hollering at you, telling you that you're doing something wrong. You guys should be wanting to get together to learn the materials together. You should be motivated on your own to do these things versus having someone stand over you to do it. I never understood that. I never understood the idea of wanting to join an organization but having no motivation to do it on your own. Like, why do you need someone over your head telling you to do something? So for me, I don't think that being paper versus made or being made versus paper has any weight. I think the weight comes from you wanting to join an organization, you having the power and the consistency and the motivation to do it on your own versus having to go through something crazy just to earn some letters. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I think that the reason that organizations did it in the past, it made sense for them, for whatever processes they had them go through. I think it made sense for them break you down to build you up, in a sense. And it's kind of like, I think they kind of get the idea from like being in the military. Like, military will break you down and build you back up too, but they do it in a way that does not cause physical or mental harm to you. And I think that's where it got crazy with hazing, is people were taking it too far and people were losing their lives. There is a way that you can train people, that you can teach people, that does not involve them putting themselves in physical or mental danger. And I think that people want to prove themselves by participating in hazing or participating by pledging. And it's not just Divine Nine organizations that do it. All Greek life has participated. You can go on the internet and look up Greek life hazing or Greek life pledging, and you will get a million news reports about how someone has lost their life due to pledging. And if you look at those things and you still want to pledge, I guess the question that I want answered these days is, why do people want to pledge? Why do people choose to pledge? That's something that I need answered. Because for me, while my process was hard, it was not easy. I still feel like I did not ever get put in a situation where my life was in danger. I don't care either way if someone is paper or made. I know people who, like older people, I know older people in the organization who would tell me stories about the old days, and then I'd hear the new people tell me their process stories, and I'm just like, but so at the end of the day, who learned the most? At the end of the day, what did you get out of it? So for me, I just don't think that it's worth it, in my opinion. I think that you earn your letters by just doing work for your organization. Like, it does not matter. And it's sad to think about all the people who have lost their lives wanting to be made or put themselves in certain situations just for the sake of saying that they earned their letters, but at the end of the day, they don't do anything for their chapter. I don't understand it, but I wanted to put the discussion out there. If you guys don't want to respond to this particular video, because it is a touchy subject, you guys can always DM me on my Instagram and just let me know your thoughts. That's fine too. But if you guys found this video informative or interesting, give me a thumbs up. If you guys are participating in my giveaway, make sure that you're participating. I think I've included the instructions by now, so check out my Instagram for the instructions on how to participate. Hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.